Cool, dude. What's going on, Matt?
Not much, Mike.
Yeah, dude. Back in Oshawa today. Next little project on the list is modifying this CX Racing 1JZ exhaust manifold to fit a more modern V-band style wastegate. A wastegate is what fits on your turbo manifold to expel your turbo pressure. You're gonna have a spring, and usually they come with a couple different springs. Let's say this has a 14 psi base pressure, so you have a boost reference from your turbocharger going into the wastegate at the specified port, because there's a couple different ports on it, so every wastegate manufacturer is different. You got to make sure you're putting the stuff in the right place, but in general, a wastegate sees a boost reference from the turbocharger. Whatever your spring pressure is, that's going to be the boost pressure your wastegate will regulate your turbo to. So say this has a 14 psi spring in it, again, you have your 14 psi going towards the gate. As soon as it sees that boost pressure, this valve will open, letting exhaust gases flow out. So this will sit right on the end of the manifold. These manifolds come with a really old school, again, industry, we kind of call this like an HKS 4-bolt style flange.
Is that called a T4?
No, that's the turbo sizing, and I'll go over that when I'm modifying the other style of this, but that would be your turbocharger inlet flange, that square. They come in T3, T4, T25, T6, and then now recently there's a lot of V-band style turbochargers as well, which is what we're also converting this to. So we're just throwing some V-bands at this, Johnny, like upgrading it a little bit, because again, it's a cheaper quality manifold, so he doesn't mind committing it to what he wants for his project. So yeah, we'll cut this flange off. I'll grab my new wastegate flange, we'll mock it up on here, clean it all up. Since if I was making a manifold like I was on that one on the bench, but there's no wastegate on that one, I would usually weld this flange on this tube before I put the tube onto the collector and weld that. So now I have all these tight areas to try and weld around now. So it is a little tricky to weld the wastegate flange in this application, but we'll get her done no problem. Thick this piping is, so that's why this, even though it's a cheaper scale manifold, it's made of Schedule 10 stainless, which is about 3mm thick. You look at the ridge, right? So you can also see how thick that blade went through, no problem. So that's garbage. And then now we're gonna clean up this, and then as you saw from the other pieces how I beveled them before, Matt, I now have to try and put a bevel on this. So that's why I was saying it's way easier. You know, you gotta think ahead a lot. So it's like, if I were to make this wastegate dongler tube onto this manifold, I would have welded all of these joints first like I was doing previously in that manifold, and then you have your final welds, you know, right up on the collector and then right here. So the exact same thing. It's like you kind of got to preemptively think of it, but we'll be able to sneak around it. Got to make sure we grab the right flange out of the box. I got to swap my little bit back over to the stainless bit that I was using, and yeah, just do a little bit of prep work. So I put a bent one in, and you can see it's kind of, so it puts like this like into the machine. It feels really weird, so get a nice, I don't know, look straighter. Go with that. Other guys who use these also know, they're like, these things are expensive, these carbide bits, so you kind of just use them and abuse them until they do nothing anymore, and then you still keep it, because we like to keep everything. Yeah, dude, so we got that flange cut off, started cleaning that up a little bit. I still got a little bit of prep work to do on this before I want to weld that flange, and again, I gotta go over the other flange that I'm modifying on this. I just got a call from Duncan down in Pickering. He got some parts in that I've been waiting for the 240 that you guys saw on the hoist, so we can start making an intercooler setup from that. So again, just another day in the life. Half done, not half done. Started on this, leave this, we'll go do something else, come back here, play with this again, start another thing. It's just, I'm a squirrel, so it's kind of all over. the place. But yeah, we'll hit the road and we'll check you soon.
So guys, I don't know if you've seen this, but this is Gramps from introducing him from the other channel there. We're gonna go take him down now to go get some parts. Give you a little sound of him. A little turbo LS. Sounds sick. That's sick. Where did it go? Good to go.
Ours is like child's play.
That's like, you know, a good day. Like, everything went smooth.
Yeah, no, you can put 20 hours plus into a titanium system, no problem.
And then we're doing like dual DTM style tips in the middle.
Like what Sean was doing?
I made like 2 high cut sections that like come in and like go up, and then I have the 2 tips, but
Did you already do the tips?
No, I cut them and I'm waiting now to see.
Yeah, I just like practiced it the other day.
Yeah. So we want to do their logo on the side and then our logos. That'll be cool. Super dope.
No, the frame size, the size of the turbo housing will let you fit huge frame turbos and like smaller stuff, like you said. Like
Yeah, compared to like a G series that like the housing's wide or like.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It looks cool. Like has a really nice look to it. It's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of your thing. You always make aesthetically pleasing things.
It's gotta look pretty.
Cool's half the battle.
Half the battle.
Tons of cool stuff. V10 swapped M3s.
Yeah, twin turbo, like a full frame kit for this car.
Yeah, upgrade turbo.
This car's getting traded in, so it's going back to stock.
These don't get popular.
I honestly thought they were going to be more popular.
I thought they were too. They were like Genesis is when they like first
When they're on,
they're pretty quick though. Yeah, they're cool. Cool little cars. Cool little stinger. Little stinger. Yeah, dude.
sick.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's pretty much a wrap. Show on us. That's cool. Keep that, man. I think that's off of Matt's car.
That is. The GT4 exhaust.
And some Lexi parts stuck in the corner.
I broke a Heinz jar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You need a new one?
No, I got them from Mr. Biggs.
Yeah?
He's still alive. I got him a photo of it. He's like, wow, rust in Canada.
Yeah.
GT4. So this with the overaxle pipes comes to just under 10 pounds. So it's almost 60 pounds lighter than the factory setup. And then on the bench right now, Eric's building a bolt-on muffler replacement for the GT4, and it has the factory-style valves, and then it'll have a quiet path in 2-inch for when the valves are closed for normal driving through your own neighborhood.
You don't want to piss off the neighbors.
Exactly. I would say if you want to keep everybody in your neighborhood liking you, you can close the valves when you go down the street, which is a lot.
That's why you don't have neighbors, Mike.
Yeah.
That's
Right?
Or if they do,
Neighbor delete instead of muffler. Neighbor delete, buddy.
Yeah, because when I go down the street with that thing, you get the head shakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slow down.
Yeah, at like 3,000
40.
RPM. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing us that.
Dude, thanks for coming by.
You guys have those? Duncan can make those?
Duncan is the man. He just
Duncan.
printed this for making like all the bicuts.
Duncan, man. Let's go. Where's mine?
That way you don't have to move the jaws on the saw.
Dude,
Offset.
where's mine?
I got a 2.5 set cut are printing right now. So
Yeah?
after that.
They take a long time to print though, don't they?
Oh yeah.
I know big things like this, that's like 25 hours of print
Like, I
time.
will see you in 3
Oh,
days.
32 hours? Oh.
It's worth it.
Yeah, put me on the list.
Put me on the list. We'll get you one.
Those are sick.
Get a little the MKC on the top
That'd
instead of the
be sick.
Fusion logo.
Yeah, I need to make a new logo. Matt's got all the tools too. Matt's got a nice tool area. Lots of cool stuff. Welding zone, he's got proper like protective so Eric doesn't get blinded while they're on welding.
He doesn't mind too if you want to like film any of that. He's used to it.
DVE, I guess.
I know that's for the guys at Euro Church.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they bought out to make these like little like sleeves almost for the
Injectors?
because
They don't fit
they don't fit in that valve cover at all.
at all.
That's all billet, eh?
Yeah, this is going to be a billet plenum for, I think he was just saying an Audi, but I'm assuming it's a V6 because this is probably one side of the rocket.
Yeah.
There's 3 injectors, supercharged V6 maybe. Those things make some good power. That's beautiful though. It's nicely made.
It's a nice piece,
Even the
yeah.
rail is really nice. I like billet. I like shiny. I can appreciate nice workmanship. It's a nice piece of kit. I don't know who Artec is, but it's nice.
Pie cut jig coming up.
I'm on the list next. What do you guys think you service out here too? 19, 18, 19.
So you got 2 co-op guys that you rated?
Yeah, like they like alternate days,
Yeah.
but yeah, we got Ashton there right now, and then Aiden's the other kid.
And he's babysitting me full time too.
Yeah, Matt's doing some work too. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So you head back to the shop now?
Yeah, we're going back to the shop now.
Oh yeah, because the 240's at the shop.
240s at the shop, and yeah, make a video on the intercooler pieces that I have now. Don't forget my box.
Some weld
And
videos.
then I'm doing a manifold, and we welded some aluminum this morning.
Is that the one with the billet collector?
Yeah, we were doing that yesterday, so he'll have a video on. I think you're gonna have that one ready.
That's already done.
Yeah, he's already done. He said that one's already done, so post that tomorrow. Good. Yeah, dude. So we're on the road again. Just left my buddy Sean's shop. Dropped off some headers there for some coating. He's my coating guy. That's where I take all my stuff to get coated. Yeah, shy of that. Just cruising back now. Hopefully, you don't get stuck in traffic too bad, and then we'll finish up a couple little things we got at the shop, and it's pretty much a wrap for today. Always running around. Always got something to do. That wasn't as good. It's screwed in the potential, just your potential, like it almost limits you. Yeah, dude, so we're back at the shop now. Dropped off a bunch of stuff, got a bunch of parts and stuff, whatever, it's just another day. Now we're back to playing with stuff again. So we got this new wastegate, we got this flange cut off, I got that prepped up lightly, kind of how I want it. First problem we've noticed is this is the new flange for it. Obviously, these wastegates have 2 different side flanges, so you gotta make sure you're putting the right side flange on. It always comes at the bottom of the wastegate. First problem off the bat, like a hot dog in a hallway. It's not doing good. So we need to now make an adapter from this pipe size to this. And this seems to be an odd nominal pipe size. Like this is 1.5 inch, schedule 10, 304 stainless. I just cut a little straight section off. This flange looks like it has like a pipe and tube are different things. So it has a different size diameter.
Really quickly,
Yeah.
what's the difference between pipe and tube, just for people who don't know? I know the difference.
Tube, yeah, Matt knows everything. He's got it already. He's just testing everyone else. So pipe is usually referred to and measured in the inner diameter, and then tubing is usually referred to as the outer diameter. So what that kind of means is with a schedule 10 tube, even though this is an 1.5 inch tube, this inner diameter is 1.5 inch because it's schedule 10 as a 3mm wall thickness, and then obviously the material that it's made out of. You can get them in steel, stainless steel, they have aluminum ones too. This is just referred to as a schedule style of tubing. Piping, wow, that's where it gets confusing because it's like even I do it too. It's like people refer to different things. Exhaust tubing is referred to as the outer diameter. So a 2.5 inch exhaust tube, the OD, the outer diameter is 2.5 inches, and it would have like a 0.065 wall thickness. But in general, we have this problem here. We need to make this fit to this. I have my flare here. I'm gonna try and flare this up a bit. I'm gonna see kind of how it goes, and then I should be able to make a section that kind of slides up over this one or makes a nice smooth kind of funnel transition into this. I just don't have a lot of room to play with because the further I move stuff out, the further it's gonna get this wastegate closer to here. So I need this position kind of right in here just to kind of keep it in plumb with that. We don't want to go too far back. I can also trim more of this tube off if I needed to, but I think of the application, it's a 1GZ swapped Mustang Fox body, we got tons of room. So yeah, I'm gonna play with that on the bender. It's loud and annoying, I'll turn it on, but it makes a pretty annoying sound, so I don't know if Matt will get the audio from it or not, but we'll start trying that, see if it breaks.
I keep it on the outside.
Little bits. Just don't want to go too far, and then it's like, I just cut another one anyways, but that's pretty perfect in there now. And then now when we look at it, there's less pipe in there. It'll be able to get some good penetration on it, hopefully. And then we'll compare it up against this tube. And again, it is a little bit wider now, so I'm gonna probably just put maybe a little bit more chamfer into this piece, but I don't think it's going to cause an issue in the application personally because of the Mustang. In my E46, it's a lot tighter up against the firewall and the frame rail, so an application like that, I would be a little more leery. I would honestly probably even say, like, this is a big wastegate for the application. Like it has a large inlet and the piping size is X, you know, it's larger than this, so it's like this is overkill for this kind of application. Could probably get away with like a 38 or like a 40 millimeter precision gate. I think this is like a, I don't know what it said on the box. Did you read it, Matt? You know, you're the pro, right? What size is this bad boy?
I'm not sure, I did not read the box.
It is 50 mil. 50 mil. Big papa. So that's 2 inches. That's a 2-inch inner diameter. So yeah, that's a pretty large wastegate. Traditionally it's 38, 40. I run like a 40 mil on my car, but it's not gonna hurt the application. So I'll probably just rock with it. I'm gonna clean up this piece a little bit, make it match everything, clean up the inside, get all that burrs off, put a nice chamfer in it. We'll just keep rocking. So we got our little transition piece whipped up there. Added some extra Alcan tin foil to my purge plug here. You know, my Go Keys Garage quick purge setup. These things are so sick. Like, I just put this fitting end in, and I can just always leave my purge on. The back purge is you want to fill the whole inside of the weld area to get rid of the oxygen, replace it with argon so you can get a proper weld penetration. Especially on manifolds, wastegates, that's where I feel it's like you have to do it. Sick, huh? So this is always constantly flowing, and the quick disconnect is what shuts it off. And a lot of time I've left it on overnight, and then I come back in and my argon tank's dead. So it's like you just off, so then the line just stays filled with air and you're not wasting gas. So same thing, if I like stop or you gotta move some stuff around and it's gonna take you longer than a couple seconds, this is definitely a key little setup. So yeah, already have that set up. I'm gonna toss this plug in. It's a pretty satisfying sound, honestly. I don't know if he intended for that to do that, but it's pretty sick that it does. It's just the pressure in the line. So get that lined up in there. I don't want it to interfere with my lineup of it. Shove her in there. Perfect. And I got that little gap that I want perfect on there. Throw my first tack on, spin it around, tack the other side, and I don't have a position or anything. I just weld everything manually around. So I got my big fat gas lens on there, and we're just gonna start having some fun. This is where we're gonna actually get some rainbows compared to that other stuff we were playing with, that 321. It's a lot harder to get the rainbows with. No tube discrimination here. Or it's just like when you, my thing was, it's like, all right, dude, so we got that flange all welded up. Use the wastegate as a little heat sink to make sure it didn't warp. Looks awesome right now. Got it now onto the manifold with one tack, and I just double checked the fitment of everything, made sure the wastegate's not hitting anywhere. Gives us lots of room for the dump tube, which is huge. This thing's massive, but that's what she said, right? Yeah, other than that, I'm gonna put my little purge plug back in. It's so satisfying. And toss that into place there, and then that way I can kind of fill that up. I'm gonna put a little more tin foil on it, so I'm gonna do that first, so we'll cut that out. But in general, do the same thing, put that in there, weld it up, keep on rocking. Dude, so that's a wrap on Purdy's manifold modifications. It's pretty much that. Some fat beads on there. Not my traditional recommendation of welding a flange to a flange, but this flange that was on this manifold was a T3, T4 style flange. We wanted to go with the V-band, so we got the wastegate mod down there, some nice penetration down there. We got this flange welded on there, so now it's just a bolt-on affair with a V-band, no gaskets, no BS was kind of the intention. So yeah, other than that, that's a wrap for the drop-off parts. Still got to wrap up those two runners on that manifold, so we'll get that all wrapped up, and Matt will sure get some more footage on that. And on to the next one, which is going to be the custom front mount intercooler for the S13 that's here. So shy of that, like, comment, subscribe, let us know if you like it, let us know what you hate, all that fun stuff. We really appreciate it, and have a wonderful night.